Hello, friends. It is your favorite Scrum Master here in Bangam. And if I'm not your favorite Scrum Master yet, don't worry about it because by the time I'm done, you're going to love me. All right. Today's discussion, I really want to focus on um, your team not like a retrospective. Retrospective, I for myself think is one of the best events in Scrum because it helps us with process improvement and also bringing the underlying conflict that they might have between within the team to surface so we can discuss and move forward, right? So for a new Scrum Master or being on the team for the first time, it's really good for you to be able to understand from a team perspective what are some of the improvements that they'll be interested in making. And in order for you to do that, you kind of need to create the scenery so that it would actually trigger that conversation. So how I would suggest you set up that board is to stop, start, continue. What are the things that you guys want to stop doing since I got here? What are the things that you want to start doing now that I'm here? What are the things that you want to continue doing that was working with your previous Scrum Master or before I got here that you want me to move forward with that with you guys, okay? And then based on that, it really sometimes brings conversations up with team members to really just talk through what they see as redundant, right? And just having transparency in that conversation. And I think we need to be able to give the team opportunity to talk through those 5 events that we have on the calendar to see what's working, what's not working. We don't have to just do things because we think we have to do it. That's what Scrum says. Scrum is not one size fits all, right? We need to be able to adapt to what the environment is and what their needs are. So that's one thing. If you just started your new team in your first retro, I would suggest for you to do that method, use that approach. Now, if you're already existing on a team, you got to make retrospective fun, right? Most of the time when you go through your day, we come to the events, you don't have much time to do icebreakers all the time. And retrospective is really a good place for you to create synergy among your team members. So start thinking about activities that is going to bring you guys together, right? Maybe talk about what was the first car you drove when you actually got a car? What did that look like? Send in the chat or create a board or something where everybody can put the cars that they drove when they first got their car, or the things they purchased when they first got their money, their favorite movies, right? All those things can bring conversation, and people would normally see situations or be able to align with each other, or at least see similarities of where they're like, oh, I like that too, or I went to this college, or this is what I did, right? It prompts for them to share a lot more than just the work that they do. And let's say I take 30 minutes to do team bonding, and I use 30 minutes to focus on, okay, let's do something else. Let's do a camera on, camera off game. Camera on if you had a really good sprint, right? Camera off on if you had some challenges this week. Camera on, right? So if your camera on is essentially saying that you want to talk about it, your camera is off, it means that you didn't experience, you actually had an amazing week. So therefore, you didn't have an amazing week, and that would trigger conversation, right? So they're very innovative and fun ways you can go about getting people to talk without having the focus 3 questions all the time. What went well, what didn't go well, and what actions we want to take. People, when you allow people or create an environment for people to be able to laugh and have fun, it really helps them to be able to share a lot more than what you were anticipating for them. So sometimes a lot more than you actually thought they were going to share. So I just want to say, be creative when it comes to retrospective, be observant with what is actually going on in your sprint, and then create the environment that allows them to be able to have that type of conversation that is needed. For example, the team was getting bigger. We're looking to split. So I did the retrospective. I set up the board as though we were neighbors. So the icebreaker I had was, what was your neighborhood like? What do you remember or like about your neighborhood that you grew up in, right? Because the main conversation I wanted to have was, do we think we're too big? If we were to split the team, what would that look like, right? That's really for me to kind of gauge that conversation to them so they can make decisions or have their input on what it would look like for us to split. And if we wanted to split as a team, what are the steps we want to take, right? So those are just ways that I have used or based on observation and conversation I've had. And anything you have with a product owner, it doesn't mean that you both are making the decision. It always has to come back to the team to get their input because they're team members, right? We're all team members. We might discuss it offline with the product owner, but then at the end of the day, the team has to say, yes, we want to do this, right? Maybe my product owner and I might think that having icebreakers every day would be great, but then the team is like, no, we want to just come here and do the work. You kind of need to listen to what the team wants, all right? So let's not be too focused on we have to do everything by the book and be really innovative and creative in making it fun for our team members to actually want to be in the same space, want to connect with each other, and also just want to help improve and take ownership for the whole process. All right, so I am done here. The goal of me sharing is so you can help you make informed decision and find other ways you can improve your retrospective so your team get or learn to love it. That's it. Thank you. Bye.